Europe is facing a migration crisis of historic proportions. Nearly 500,000 refugees and migrants have made the dangerous crossing of the Mediterranean to European shores this year, hoping to win asylum, with many more arriving each day. The European Union has stumbled in its efforts to develop a response, torn between the desire to respond to a humanitarian emergency and fears about the social and economic challenges of integrating the new migrants. Here are 3 things to know. First, it is misleading to call this a migration crisis. It is primarily a refugee crisis caused by hundreds of thousands of people fleeing from war-torn nations such as Syria and Iraq. More than 4 million have already left Syria, with most of them settling temporarily in the neighboring countries of Lebanon, Jordan, and Turkey. And it is not just the Middle East. Europe is seeing refugees as well from Afghanistan and from Eritrea and Somalia in Africa. Second, the crisis threatens to undermine Europe's tradition of open borders and free movement of people. There are deep disagreements among the EU member states over how many refugees each should admit. Under the latest plan, EU member states have agreed to resettle migrants. Germany, while it has agreed to admit the largest number of migrants, has temporarily reimposed border controls. And countries like Hungary and Croatia that are being used as transit zones by migrants have erected fences and other border barriers to deter travelers. Third, the problem should be seen as a global one, yet other nations are not stepping up. The greatest challenges are in places like Lebanon and Jordan, where international aid through the United Nations and other organizations has fallen far short of meeting the needs of the refugees. Most of the children of Syrian refugees, for example, are receiving no education. While the United States has been the largest aid donor in the region, it has only resettled about 1,500 Syrian refugees. The United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has called for countries, quote, to shoulder their responsibilities and live up to their legal obligations. That will mean not just accepting more refugees, but vastly increasing aid to the frontline states, as well as serious engagement by the international community to stem the violence in the Middle East and allow many of the refugees to return home.